Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back in another YouTube video, and this time we're going to try to get 25 wins in the global tournament using Sparky. So Sparky is pretty solid in the meta, just as long as you don't verse Icepo. Icepo is probably the hardest matchup just because they're going to have Rocket, but otherwise there's a lot of Royal Hogs. I see Giant Graveyard, which overall you do pretty decent against because they don't have her set to your Sparky. And also, like, even Lava Hound you can beat by pressuring hard opposite lane and obviously using the rage to overwhelm them. And honestly, it's just overall, Sparky's just a really strong deck because if your opponent even makes one mistake, it can sometimes cost them the game. So that's why Sparky's good, because the rage also kind of forces your opponent to react quicker, and that's often where they end up making mistakes on defense, which is just why Sparky ends up seeing it makes it seem like Sparky's just super difficult to defend sometimes, as well as like Mini P.E.K.K.A, Goblin Giant when they're raged up, and just overall can be a really annoying deck sometimes. So I think, let me double check, but I'm pretty sure number 2 in the global tournament is using Sparky Rage as well. He's using the Heal Spirit variant, but I prefer having Dark Prince just because of the splash, and I think it's a little bit easier to beat like Royal Hogs when you have the Dark Prince and the additional splash. But anyways, let's go ahead and search for the first game. We're 21-2 right now, so we're looking pretty solid here. I do want to get the emote on my main account though, so I'm hoping to get at least 10 more wins. Alright, here we go. So, ooh, that's unfortunate that we don't have a Sparky in cycle. Had I had a Sparky in rotation, it pretty much probably would have been a good game already, to be honest, because, like, if someone plays Giant in the back and you have Sparky, and you just Sparky on their Giant, that's such a good trade for you. But, like, obviously in our situation we didn't, which is super unfortunate, but I guess that's fine. We still shut it down really easily. And now we'll see what he wants to do. At this point, he probably knows that we're using, like, Sparky, at least I'm 90% sure. So it looks like he may be using Sparky as well, or Graveyard. I mean, it's definitely one of those. And it looks like he is going to have Graveyard, because he just used it, obviously. So we're going to need to kite that Mini P.E.K.K.A into the opposite lane. That was honestly a really aggressive play on his end. I'm not really sure why he went Mini P.E.K.K.A at the bridge and then Graveyard this early on in the game in single elixir. But I guess we'll try to punish him here. He doesn't have a Skarmy in rotation, so he's forced to go Musketeer, and Dark Prince does get a charge on his tower as well as a connection. And then Musketeer gets a couple shots in as well. So the question is here is, how do we defend this Musketeer? I mean, minions are probably our best counter to the Graveyard, but I assume he has arrows. But I think anyways I want to save my minions. We'll just go Mini P.E.K.K.A and then zap his Skarmy. There it is. Let's see if we can get a connection on the tower, because we did react to that Skeleton Army pretty quickly. It forces a snowball out of him, so honestly that was a good trade, because Skarmy's 3 elixir, so we just zapped it for 2. And then it forced an additional 2 elixir out of him. So we'll see here what he wants to do, if he's gonna, like... Yeah, so that's fine, because now he's not gonna have enough elixir to play arrows, at least not right away. Yeah, so he goes for arrows, but by the time he gets them down so late, and honestly, I think that was a pretty bad play on his part, was really aggressive, and he didn't really, and not the best bats either. So now we just have to get Zap ready for the Skarmy. It does suck, though, that we can't kill that Mini P.E.K.K.A with the Sparky, but Dark Prince takes it out and doesn't even lose its shield. He's going to go really aggressive here again, it looks like. Wow, he even Graveyards too. I mean, that's a little bit of a surprise considering... I don't know, I just feel like the Giant was already pretty much... Yeah, I just think that was a really bad Graveyard, because the Giant was already dead for the most part, so he didn't have much of a tank. But it looks like he's going opposite lane, which might end up being a good play. But we need to go for a kite here. Go for a Mini P.E.K.K.A. And I think at this point he's just going all out, because he knows that if he doesn't take our tower right now, he knows he's for sure going to lose. So I wanted to rage just to make sure that it overwhelms him, makes it harder for him to defend. And that's going to be a good game. Nice win there versus this Giant Graveyard deck. Really unfortunate start though, but we still managed to win anyways. What I mean by unfortunate start is if I had a Sparky in my starting hand, I would have played it in the back against his like Giant, and we would have probably already won within the first minute of the game. But unfortunately, since we didn't have a Sparky in our starting hand, I had to cycle minions and a Dark Prince, but we still got the job done anyways, and in the end managed to get the win. So here we go for the next game here. We're versing, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Japanese name, but let's see what he has. He's going to go for a log, so we're just going to leak elixir here. We don't really want to play anything. Yeah, because when you're using Sparky, the only thing you really want to cycle is maybe like a zap, but besides that, you're just going to wait for your opponent. So he's going to go for an ice golem. I guess we'll just go Dark Prince. We don't really want to play our Sparky into that because let's say he has like, I don't know, maybe he's using Ice Bow and he has like, or sorry, 2.9, because obviously with the Ice Golem it's not going to be Ice Bow because Ice Bow has Knight. But yeah, looks like it's 3M. I hope he doesn't have a zap. If he does, then that's a little bit unfortunate. So I think the play here is we kind of need to just tower trade, hopefully. And honestly, if you guys didn't know, when you're using Sparky, a tower trade situation is a really good thing. Like if you do end up getting the tower trade, and even if we don't take his tower, we're going to get it to the point where it's just, yeah, it's in zap range, so pretty much a tower trade, honestly. But the reason why Sparky's so good in tower trade situations is just, wow. So he went super aggressive with those Royal Hogs. I mean, he's going to get damage in. I think his hope was that they would tank for the Hunter, but the Hunter ended up getting targeted by the tower, so that was a bit obviously unfortunate for him that ended up happening. Is he going to defend? Yeah, it looks like wow, he didn't even need the heal spirit, so spent 3 elixir on defense there. I mean, I hope we can still win despite him getting all that damage on my right tower. I would have hoped that didn't happen, but as I already said, Sparky is just going to do so well in this matchup because it does pretty solid versus, I'd say, the 3M in general, and also so obviously he's going to go Skeletons here to distract. And all that died, and Dark Prince connect to the tower. We're going to go for another Sparky. And this is why it's so good, because we can just keep cycling Sparkies. And it's so hard for him to protect his 3M, and when he does, he has to spend so much elixir to do so. But that was a super good defense on his end, and he's gonna get the win. He played that really smart. I have to give him credit there. That was a super nice play on his end. I should have killed the 3M, like, instead of rushing the opposite lane. So that was a definite mistake on my end. Maybe I also should have raged the Goblin Giant and the Dark Prince, so at least we took his tower. But regardless, it didn't really work out well. So we are going to lose that one, unfortunately. Even though I think I probably had matchup there. I think he played that pretty well. Usually, like, 3M players have a really hard time, like, protecting their 3 Musk against the Sparky, but that guy played it smart. I think I should have played Goblin Giant in front of my Sparky, but I was kind of hoping... Okay, so this guy has some sort of Skeleton Barrel bait deck. In this matchup, you need to take a little bit of damage early on. And he's going to have an Inferno Dragon. So that wasn't actually the best zap on his end. We can pressure with the Dark Prince because we know he has a bunch of, like... But he loses his tower here 100%. Like, he can't defend this because he doesn't have a zap and cycle. And honestly, that was a really bad zap on his end. It might have even just ended up costing him the game here. Sparky, if that... Yeah, that's, like, at this point, I think that's pretty much good game. How much elixir is he going to... Wow, he just spent all of his elixir. So if we... No! I was hoping he wouldn't have good reaction time there. Okay. So he's going to be up like 2 elixir. We have such a good lead right now, though. I got a little greedy there with that Musk, but I think we're fine. We just need to take it slow from here on out, and we should be alright. In worst case scenario, we win off of tower damage, hopefully. We just need a kite. Unfortunately, the Inferno Drag is going to melt the Goblin Giant, but I think in that scenario, we kind of had to. Okay, so he doesn't have enough for Mega Knight, and that is going to do it. GG. I didn't actually play that perfectly. That Musketeer was obviously a mistake, was a bit aggressive, but we still won. I think he made more of a mistake in single, was a really bad zap. So we ended up getting the win there. And we're 23-3, so we 100% cannot, if I want to get the emote, we cannot drop another game. We need to at least get to 25 wins without losing one more, and if I do lose another game, then the odds of me getting the emote on my main account are going to be quite slim. So let's see if I can get to 25 wins without losing one more. That's the ideal situation. So we're going to go ahead and search for another game. We found it pretty quick. Oh, doesn't this guy use Sparky too? Okay, well, hopefully he's not using... I hope he's not using... He sometimes... I think, does he use Sparky Minion Horde? If he does use that, then... that's kind of unfortunate. Let's hope it's maybe Sparky Rage, maybe Sparky Earthquake, because that would obviously... Oh, it looks like he's using Lava Loon, probably. Wow, so wasn't really expecting that, but Lava Loon is kind of a... It's actually quite a difficult matchup, to be honest. But we'll try to win and try our best. Ooh, actually, those were kind of bad minions, because... Wow, he might have... So if we Dark Prince here... Okay, so he's not going to have enough elixir to address these minions. Wow, he... Let's just go mini Peck at the bridge here to finish off his... He doesn't have a tombstone cycle, so I don't think he has enough for barbarians. Yeah, so we do take out his tower. I hope that mini P.E.K.K.A wasn't an overcommitment. I just think in that situation it was very important that we took out his tower. I hope that is the case and he doesn't end up punishing us hard here, because I think he's going to be up like maybe 1 or 2 elixir. Alright, we always need to go opposite lane of the Lava Hound. You can't really go Sparky same lane as a Lava Hound, because then their support cards like Minion, Mega Minion are just easily going to destroy your push, and that's not really what you want. So I think we just need to go minions here, and that's probably going to force a fireball out of him. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I think this is for sure good game. We just have such a hard time breaking through. Yeah, guys, wow, that's so unfortunate. We almost won that, but as I said, one of the toughest matchups for Sparky, so no really shame losing that. I tried my best, and yeah, we just unfortunately couldn't win. So we are going to be 23-4. I mean, at this point, like, we could still get the emote, but it's just going to be so hard because we need to win, like, probably at least 7 more games without losing another, so it's definitely... Okay. I think, honestly, as stupid as it might sound, our best chance in this matchup is just rushing him with everything we have, like, first play of the game. And it actually worked. We took his tower. Oh my gosh, guys. So we literally... Okay. That even if I zap, that balloon still gets a hit. Maybe it wouldn't have. But I think it was better not to zap it. I don't know. He still needs to take the tower. Like, he's still forced to drop a balloon. Okay, we're in a pretty solid spot right now. We're actually going to Sparky here. Okay. We really cannot, when he has a tombstone in cycle, we're pretty much unable to make any kind of push happen. Like, I think really the only thing we can do is hope that that, like, tombstone goes down as soon as possible. I mean, he doesn't take down our tower, so both lanes he's kind of forced to take out. And with him using all that elixir, is that going to be enough? We actually end up getting the win, redeeming ourselves versus a very, very tough matchup. And what can I say? Sometimes you just have to spam everything. Like, when it's a hard matchup, sometimes the only thing you can do is just spam everything at the bridge and just hope that they don't have a good cycle or don't defend it correctly. And that's what ended up working. I mean, I'm a little surprised that we won that, because you guys saw the first time how hard it was. We just don't have amazing air counters, but wow, I'm surprised that just happened. But let's go again. And we're not versing the same guy again. He probably either lost out or found something else. I mean, found someone else, or maybe he's taking a break. But regardless, here we go, guys. Let's get this win. And I would say at this point, when we get 25, you know, maybe I still can get the emote, because I'll just have to probably win like 5 more games to get it. So it's definitely a high chance. So he's gonna go barbarian. Barbarian, I mean, usually would mean probably like graveyard, if I had to guess. I mean, it could definitely be a lot of other things, but with Ice Wizard and Barbarian, probably means graveyard or like RG. I saw someone running like an RG cycle deck. But it looks like it is indeed going to be graveyard. So I was thinking of cycling my Sparky into that Knight, but with the Dark Prince already down, that would have been a little bit of Probably a little bit of an overcommit. But we're going to go Sparky in the back this lane, I think, because it's like a baby dragon. If he goes Graveyard, then that's kind of a huge misplay on his end, because... yeah, he's not... I actually don't know what he's doing right now, because... yeah, he's going to go defensive Graveyard. That's definitely the correct play. So yeah, solid defense on his end there. I think this is the type of matchup where Earthquake would probably be a little more useful, but it's definitely still... you definitely still can win, like, for sure, because you overwhelm them quite easily. Especially if they make, like, any kind of mistake. Yeah, so right here, he's pretty much getting overwhelmed. And yeah, as I said, you can't be going in for aggressive graveyards in this matchup. So honestly, what cost him the game there was he went for a Barbarian Graveyard. I stopped it for 3 Elixir. Keep in mind, Graveyard Barbarian is a 7 Elixir investment. So if I'm defending it for 3 Elixir, getting a 4 Elixir positive Elixir trade there, and then I'm just able to overwhelm him really easily. So was for sure a bad Barbarian Graveyard on his end. But, you know, I'm not complaining. It allowed us to get the win. And we're 25-4 right now. So we're looking kind of in terms of me wanting to get the emote. Because it's kind of like I need to win, I would say, 5 more games if I want to get it. 4 would be kind of like borderline whether I'm going to get it or not. Because really, ultimately, it depends on how many accounts are going to be banned. Because you guys know accounts are checked in the top 100. But from the looks of it, almost every single account in the top 100 as of now looks, just from me looking at it, looks to be a lot of accounts that it's like their personal account playing on it. But of course, since I'm American and don't speak Japanese, I have no idea about these like Japanese accounts or Chinese accounts, but I do know, I recognize all these people, like Tommy, this guy, you know, Buff Mac, of course. So in terms of like accounts getting banned, as of right now, everyone in the top 50 is looking like pretty much in the clear, unless maybe it's not account sharing they broken, maybe it's another thing. But otherwise, I'm definitely, I think, need to get at least 30 wins if I want to get top 100. Because keep in mind, of course, top 50, there's some 30s, but there's 15 hours left. So by the time, probably top 50 in like a few hours is going to end up being like 31, 32 wins. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, we managed to get to 25 wins, which was my goal of the video. I mean, I wasn't expecting to lose 2 games, but, you know, the game I did end up losing, my first one, I didn't play that very well, to be honest. I made a couple mistakes towards the end. And then this loss, tough matchup. But then I versed the same guy again and destroy him. So it really kind of, I guess, even in a bad matchup, it really can just come down to like spamming everything at the bridge and then raging it all up. Because, you know, Sparky can be a little bit no skill sometimes. But anyways, make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I wish you guys good luck in the last 15 hours of the global tournament. Or by the time you're watching this, might be like 12 hours. But anyway, thanks again. Until next time, guys.